That gas.
I just love that my man killed somebody and looked good while doing it. And I just think that he deserves all his flowers and it's good for him.
Oh, you have a crush on him now?
The more attractive an anime character gets and the more bloodthirsty and a little unhinged they get, the more they are my type. So, yes, we love that for him.
But you getting on me for liking them evil ladies.
And what's your point? Okay, right. The two do not correlate.
I'm so weak.
But I said it does correlate because you chastise me for liking lust and all the evil ladies, but you over here loving fucking serial
No,
killers.
no, who's talking about purple hair dude? I know one's talking about Kang the Conqueror. We are talking about Sun Jin-Woo, who has redeemable qualities. What redeemable qualities does Lust have?
I'm
Besides
talking about
tig,
him. Sung Jin-woo is not a serial killer either.
why'd you say purple? No,
No.
everybody he's killed has deserved that shit. It is kill or be killed. He don't start it; he
Right.
just
It's
finishes
self
it.
defense.
Thank
Y'all, but
you.
after this episode, y'all don't think he's lost all trace of humanity.
No, not at
I think
all.
he's maybe going down that path, but not at this point. He hasn't.
Oh man.
Let me just say something. In a court of law, if you had Sun Jin Woo up there for all the deaths he has committed, he will begin off with manslaughter at the worst because he didn't start it, he just finished it. His name should be Don't Start None, Won't Be None.
Right. Period.
And he
So
straight up he said, your bloodthirstiness is nauseating to the point where the system has picked it up and says, I now have to kill you. So it was out of his hands. The system gave him a quest. It said, kill that
Mm-hmm.
bitch. And he did it. And I love that for him.
so okay,
Agreed.
so this episode starts with the purple haired dude having a flashback of him picking up a bounty for $3 million. Did y'all expect that at all?
Yeah. That's what, because this show does that thing when they give us those little clips of something and never explain it. We come back to it. So I remember that clip from last episode. They was like, please, they need to die. So I assumed they were talking about the prisoners, but I didn't know if they paid him. But when it was like, please, they just need to die, and they showed up with prisoners, I was like, oh, they're not gonna make it out of here.
Yeah,
But
I
I didn't know
figured it
necessarily
was
they
gonna
paid
make it
him.
out, but I didn't think it was gonna be at the hands of the instructor.
I will say
Yeah.
I am very sad that Mr. Kim died. I know he had his flaws, but that was
Yes.
heartbreaking to me. Yes.
I was sad in a different way. I wanted him to go out gory.
He did. That he was like torturing them, like he didn't give them like a quick death. He did too much.
Man, I needed him chewed up by a dragon or some shit.
Mr.
And
Kim, why?
and apologizing why he's dying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He
Die,
did apologize.
man. After he got spliffed up,
Let-
I wanted.
But he was planning to apologize regardless. He was talking to the other guy, and they were already like, "Yeah, we really owe him a sincere apology. Like, we cannot really like live with ourselves for what we did." So he already did have remorse. It wasn't like he was a terrible person. He was a human being. He was
Yeah,
scared. He just wanted to survive, get back to his family. Like, it wasn't right, but it's understandable. Like, Like,
I'm
that
just.
part.
I like the moment the word Sung Jin Woo said was literally me. I'm like, damn, nigga, I want to I want to hate you longer. Fuck.
I would
Well,
just say this. Maybe it's because female characters like Nobara and Yor have ruined whiny characters like Junhee for me. But if she had died, I would not have cried. You be choking at the worst moments. If you don't heal this old man who is fighting to save your life, instead
I'm
of
there.
being over here crying like a little bitch, we're gonna have some problems. Stop going into dungeons because you're pissing me off. I really do not care about your PTSD anymore. If you're gonna have it, then go be a civilian, get you a little job at ShopRite, go back some groceries with your mom and pop back in your small town, or just simply die because you're pissing me
Y'all saw
off.
she had some nerve in the beginning. Try to. Are you sure you'll be okay, girl? Are you gonna be okay? What the
I
hell?
swear to God, I love Mina, but more and more, Mina is becoming one of those people that you'd be like, oh, she had buddies in her basement. Like, oh yeah, she kind of hinted towards it. Because what the fuck?
Erica, you're telling me that if you were over there getting sliced and diced by a psychopath and there was somebody standing behind you that could heal you, and she was over there like, you want to be getting mad?
Nah, I definitely agree with you. I'm just saying. So, like, dang, Mina, what
That
the
girl getting
fuck?
annoying.
I'm sorry.
Listen,
It's
I
that
ain't
time
gonna
for
lie,
it.
she's getting annoying.
Annoying.
Yeah, I will say I do agree that she's getting annoying because if anything, this episode gave me a better understanding of like the ranking system. Because this purple hair dude was only rank B, but he was going crazy. Like he has all these abilities, he's super strong, whatever. So I'm like, okay, wow, rank Bs are super strong. And then the girl, whatever her name is, she's a rank B healer, so she also must be super strong. You know, not the strongest, but she is very strong with her healing magic. And she over here can't even fucking heal up a cut real quick. Like I don't know. I felt like she should be, I feel like she's strong. She should be able to handle that. She should be able to heal his little cuts real easily. I feel like if she's ranked B. So I too am getting annoyed with her because I'm like, bitch, you have mad power. Like stop pissing me off. You're wasted potential right now.
Right, especially since she went on that little internal dialogue speech right about, I want to be like Sung Jin-Woo. I want to be brave. I want to go out. And then you're over here inconveniencing my main character, my man. Ma'am, quit. Be done because you're making me mad.
Glenn, were you about to say something?
Oh nah. She's a healer. She's not a fighter. What's she gonna do?
But she wasn't healing Mr. Kim. She could have saved him if she worked a little faster.
Well, this woman is traumatized. Not everyone is Sung Jin Woo who's like solves a problem by murdering people.
Okay, but this
Okay, well
one
then,
dude lost his whole arm, and look at him. He only ranked C. He lost his whole arm and was ready to lead the pack. Okay, that's a real man.
No,
He's a
So
fighter
but
though.
he felt obligated
it don't
because,
matter.
but he felt guilty from the last time, right? They went to a dungeon together. He left the little kid to die, right? So he's ready to, like, atone to his, what do you call it, thing.
Yeah, no, everyone knew Sung Jin Woo is off the hinges, but they're all like, yeah, that's our fault.
my question though is, have you seen
Yeah,
her try to help herself at all? If you have PTSD, go to therapy. Go talk to somebody. Because if you're going to keep sitting there crying and shivering in the dark, then just shiver yourself into a coma because you're pissing me off. Switch, better yet, go to the doctor's office, heal his mom, and die in the process. Do something
Hey,
useful because you're making me mad.
I'm
before
done.
y'all keep
I'm done with
tearing
her.
this woman down on Women's Month, let me tell y'all my favorite quote of this whole episode.
International Women's
I
Month
already know what
misogyny.
you're about to say.
Job, my favorite quote from this whole episode. Buddy looked him in the eyes. This felt like some One Piece shit to me because this is a quote that sounded like it came straight out of One Piece. He looked at him and he said, "Hey, can you turn down your murderous intent?" I'm like, nigga,
Oh, that's not the quote I thought you was about to say.
wait, which one did you think
So
I was going?
I thought you were gonna say how when the purple haired dude was dying, he was like, when you stare into like the abyss long enough, the
yeah, me
abyss
too.
stares back at you.
Oh,
That
that
shit
was
gave me
hard.
chills. That
That
shit
was
was
hard
Yeah.
too.
crazy.
But it's the fact
Hmm
that Sung Jun Woo said that shit, and as soon as he said "turn down your murderous intent," thing popped up on his screen. New person to kill. I'm like, hey, yo. He was like,
hmm
and he looked like he was so happy. He was waiting for that thing to give him a reason to just kill him. I'm like, bro.
He also
Yeah,
though said he wasn't even mad. That's what was scary. He said, I don't even have to get mad to kill people like you anymore. I said, so he's apathetic, which is worse. That's
Oh
crazy.
shit.
nah, he was excited for that
Exactly.
one. No, that time he was excited. He like, finally, I have a reason to kill you.
No, but he has a goal, right? He has a goal. He wants to get stronger to be able to get the antidote
Yeah,
or
nah, but when
to,
that
yeah.
system says kill someone, you can't say no.
Yeah, but the system, he can't say no, but also too, he ranks up with that system saying, so he's like, yo, I need the system to, like, delegate me to kill someone.
Y'all, didn't their gas seem fake as fuck? The purple haired dude told him, I could tell you've killed somebody before. They said,
Oh my gosh. They don't know
No,
Well,
what's
they
going on.
the
Well,
self-scary
the
guy.
healer chick was just, she's just shocked by everything, though. She's shocked by going to
Right.
dungeons. She's shocked by his magic. She's shocked by
I just
everything.
feel like I like powerful women. So if he doesn't just give her that little stone and tell her to go get her own ramen while he goes and tries to date a baddie like the blonde hair chick, who he's not even crossed paths with, but is less irritating than the red hair chick, I'm gonna be mad.
it seemed like
But
the
what's good
blonde
with
haired
that
chick.
All
stone
right, but
though? Do we know what that is?
I have a question.
Nah, we don't, job, but what up, Lehenzu?
What up, man? I just isn't you said you like powerful women, and I get that 100%. But isn't like the whole point of soul leveling that everybody's useless except for Sun Jin Woo in the first place?
Nah,
Like, is it? doesn't everybody end up ultimately being useless except for that nigga?
Nah, because armless dude, even though he knew he was outrank, stood 10 toes down, and I can respect that. Little Miss,
But
I'ma cry at the most minor inconvenience is irritating. I'm not saying strength as in you're gonna always win the fight. I'm saying strength is like if that's your job, you need to get it together. And you need to not inconvenience the people around you. Because Lord knows I cannot stand people who inconvenience the people around them.
I feel like I know what Lakenju's saying though. Right now, it feels like I'm watching JJK if Gojo was clearly the main character, like it was set in stone, like if the show was called Gojo Satoru. You feel me? That's what it feels like I'm watching right now. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you guys are thinking of like strength in terms of will win. I'm not talking about that. Nobara has never
well, I
been
was
the strongest character of Jujutsu Kaisen, but what she does do is she fights without weeping and crying in the corner and making everybody else's problem and having PTSD at the worst moments.
but
Same
but
with Yor. Yor will
I
stand 10 toes down to protect her family, whether she thinks she's going to win or not. Junhee be having mental breakdowns at the worst moments, and that irritates me.
right. No, I hear you. I wasn't addressing strength at all. The exact word was usefulness. And you can be like doesn't matter if they stand 10 toes down if they're not useful. So I was just like, is anyone there actually useful? I thought Sung Jin Woo did all the work.
Yeah, she wasn't useful. That was my whole point. She did
But
not
I
heal when she
but
needed to
the other
heal.
nigga you said was also not useful. He just stood 10 toes down. That doesn't mean he was actually helpful.
He was helpful. He bought them time because Sung Jin Woo wasn't sure whether or not he wanted to reveal his strength, and he fought him for a very long time. I would consider that useful. And then he also took the blame when they were trying to figure out who killed who because he knows Sung Jin Woo wants to
Oh
keep
yeah, yeah, he did
his identity
amazing.
hidden
I'm not gonna
longer.
lie. Yeah, he did amazing this episode.
Ja, that stone was the first one that he killed the goblin with, and after he was left in the dungeon, he told her like, "Hey, take this with you and buy yourself something to eat because I told you that I owed you a meal when he thought he was gonna die."
Oh, he did
Oh,
do
I remember
that.
it being pink like
Yeah.
that. Oh, so she want to take him out to
Yes, and
dinner.
I can't allow that.
Bro, Mina, the blonde
Oh,
girl is gonna be the ops because she's a part of a different guild than the one that he's about to be with that son.
Okay, we've never heard of secret relationships. We can let it happen. It's
Oh
okay.
my
we
god.
don't need any relationship to be honest. This doesn't seem like the place
Yeah,
That's
this
true. You're right.
murderous.
You're right. You're right.
because we already see he's getting position. Well, in my, I feel like he's getting positioned to be the person that's trying to take down the whole hunter association or whatever the fuck, all the hunter guilds. So I don't think it's gonna be no room for romance. He about to be a stone cold killer up in this bitch.
Unless y'all
So
already think he's perfect, what can Sung Jun Woo do to make him for a job for specifically you to bring him to Aaron Yeager status for you and everybody else, like anybody that y'all admire in anime? What does he need, if anything, to get to that
He just
level?
needs to be someone
Oh,
else. He just needs to be a different character. The fuck?
wait, what do you mean Aaron Yeager
like you
status?
know how much you
I mean,
fuck
I
What's the
with,
would
comparison?
have to be a different character because I don't like his character
like
archetype. Like I would have to be a completely different person.
Jock, because you know how you love Aaron,
Like
basically.
like the anti-hero type of
Yeah, and
situation?
how Mina loves Sung Jun Woo. I'm saying, is there anything to make Sung Jun Woo perfect for Mina and for y'all? Just
Wait. First off, that
uh-huh.
question is flawed because Mina only likes him because he's good looking.
No,
There's
no, no,
no
no.
reason.
I don't like Aaron
No,
Yeager.
no,
I think that man
now
is
I'm talking
not.
I
about
mean,
Sung Jun Woo for you,
Sanju,
Mina. I only use
you only like him because he's
yeah,
cute,
I only
right?
use Aaron.
No, mm-mm. I like his personality. I like him. He
Oh,
stands on
okay.
business.
Yeah, Mina, I only brought up Aaron Yeager because the way you talk about Sung Jun Woo reminds me of how Ja talks about Aaron Yeager. You
Ja,
know,
what's going on? Why do you like Aaron
Aaron
Yeager?
Yeager. I don't like have a crush on Aaron Yeager
not like
though.
Mina's crush, but like
Um,
admire him as a person.
yeah, because if we talk about staying on business, he's the king of that. He's the president and CEO. Like, what are we talking
Okay,
about?
so for Sung Jun Woo, Ja, do you like him? And if not, what do you feel like he needs for you to like him as a character?
Oh no, I like him. I like the character. I'm interested to see where he goes, like where his path leads him. It's definitely going to be a path of despair and pain. So I'm here for that. That's
G-
I'm here to see it.
I think he needs a little bit of arrogance. He needs a little bit of cockiness, arrogance, and just be
you
like,
don't think
"Fuck
he's
it, I'm
cocky
here,
enough?
nigga."
Thank you. I've been trying
No,
to
but he's
say
cocky,
this.
but he's not like he's just hiding things. You know what I mean? Just trying to keep it low key. Like just step out in the world and be like, yeah, motherfuckers, you guys abandoned me, you guys dealt with me rough. I'm back,
What'd you say,
bitch.
Erica?
I don't even remember. Pay me no mind.
I want to say this. I need some credit. Erica's right. While I do probably have bodies in my basement, and you all will never know, I don't dislike Sung Jin Woo because he's attractive. I think he has a lot of redeemable qualities. And the first thing that made me like him was the fact that he was even found worthy to have the power he has because he passed the test courage of the weak. Because he was willing to stay behind and die for all those people who did not deserve it, knowing good and well that he had no powers and he had no chance of winning. And he comes back and he's like, yes, he's being selfish by hiding his powers, but he also has gone out of his way to try to help people too. And he would never let people die to keep his secret. Like if it came down to it at the end of the day and his secret was revealed, but he had saved people in the process, he would do that shit. He almost thought he was gonna have to do it last episode. So I think he's a good person. And I think the reason why it's not scaring me that he's losing his emotions yet is because I think that's part of the reason why he was picked in the first place. Because whatever power he has or whatever like
Yeah,
insidious nature is
he
part of
can
that
handle it.
power, he can handle it. They're like, oh, we're gonna pick this person because they have to already be a good person not to not be overwhelmed by it or to not use it to their own advantages in a way that will like hurt lots of people that don't
Yeah, I
deserve it.
agree with Mina.
Right,
I haven't seen him once be like try to be mean to people weaker than him or look down on them or nothing.
right. And
Right. That's
That's not fair. He gave
so,
that guy the stink
That's
eye
because he tried to
when the guy
blackmail
said,
him.
so what if
wait, which
he
guy?
what
With the gold outfit that tried to get him on the mission.
uh,
Okay, okay, okay.
What'd you say,
Go
but
ahead,
Lakenzu?
Mackenzie.
but that hasn't been confirmed yet that that's the case. That's the theory. So my question is, what if he is just an asshole?
exactly.
What if he literally only got the power because he got lucky? It is not because oh you were the pure hearted right. Like he just got lucky, and
You
then
got
he
lucky,
is
yeah.
because that can happen. It's not confirmed that the reason is because of what y'all guys think. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's a 50-50 what if though. That could happen, but it's also, like I said, the task was called Courage of the Weak. So, like, if we're doing what ifs, I'm going to lean more towards the one that has a little bit more evidence towards it than the one that's like, oh, he's just an asshole. Because he hasn't proven that he's just an asshole
To
in
be
any of
fair,
his
Mina, in
actions.
his dying
I
hours,
don't
he
see
was
any
bitter
actual
about the fact
evidence.
that
I
he
don't know
was
what y'all talking
dying.
about.
He
Yeah.
was bitter at the fact that he had
So,
helped
so
everybody get
it
to
was.
that point and they abandoned him.
Well, I mean, then what is there really selflessness? If his goal was to actually rescue those people and see them live, then why was he bitter
He's
that they
human,
actually
Erica.
lived?
Come
And
on.
I mean, Tanjiro wouldn't do
Not
that,
to make it
and I'm saying
biblical,
Tanjiro.
but God had a little bit of. I mean, Jesus had a little bit of resenting words at God when he was on the cross. Let's start that.
No,
On
we
the
didn't.
cross, that's
Whoa,
a
whoa,
fucking
whoa,
lie. What
Okay,
whoa.
Bible did
talk
you
Lakenzu, didn't
read?
he
about.
say, "Why have you forsaken me"?
yes, and when he was
He
in the
said
garden
that
of
to
When he
God.
was in the garden of
He
Gethsemane,
said, God, why have you forsaken me? He also said immediately after that, Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they
Isn't that
do.
how Shun Jung Woo's acting a little bit?
No,
but also when
definitely not.
Jesus
Ain't
was in
no
the
way I put him on the
I
level
know
with
that was
Jesus.
crazy. I didn't mean that.
nah, nah, nah.
Oh,
I'm gonna defend that, Robin. When he was in the Garden of Gethsemane and he was praying to the Lord, he did say, like, can this not happen? Because I know I'm supposed to be brave and I know I'm supposed to want to die for these
but that
people.
was more so for
And I
fear.
do love them, but I also
Yeah, I
don't
don't
really
want to
want to do
die.
it. Yeah.
But that
And
was
that's
for
a
fear.
human response. And he was not mad that he was dying for these people. He was mad that they were so careless with his life. Right? And so, like, y'all are acting like this man had to be perfect. You're acting like if you didn't tell people exactly how to get out of a situation, exactly how they could live, like you had to been right the last 3 times, and they just straight up ignored you and left you behind, knowing that you were gonna die, that you want to have a little bit of bitterness.
You gonna feel away a little bit.
Nah,
I just wanted
I'm
to ask
just saying to give
because
him the like
um,
to make it seem as though it's because of he was pristine as or because he had a good heart was why he was chosen. That statement is flawed by just his reaction towards it. I'm not saying he can't have a human moment. I'm just saying there has to be a different reason. He wasn't chosen. He just was the last person left. He wasn't chosen. If he had run like everyone else, everyone would have just died. One person had to survive this trial. He wasn't chosen.
He literally
Is all I'm trying to
volunteered.
say.
He volunteered, which is why
That
he was
doesn't make him
chosen.
chosen. No.
According
What,
to the
Erica?
system,
Yes,
it
it
does.
literally does. I'm so
It
confused. It
does.
No,
literally
Yes,
his
it
does.
leg
does.
was chopped
Right.
off.
That's
He couldn't
Jumper,
move
but
if he even
jumper.
his
wanted to.
leg.
How was he chosen?
Erica,
The reason his leg got jumped off is because he gave up his safety to try to go to the other statue so the girl wouldn't die. He was putting other people ahead of him every
Nah,
time.
nah, 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 nah.
yes,
Yes,
literally,
that's
a
Nah.
literally
thousand
what
percent.
happened.
Glenn, who do
That's
you
literally what
agree
happened.
with, Ja and Mina or Erica?
Wait, what are we agreed on? I'm just saying he wasn't chosen. I can give you guys everything else you're saying, but he wasn't chosen. He just happened to be the only person there. And then got the rewards that the dungeon gives for being the last person
He
there.
Glenn, do you
happened to be
think
the
he was
only person
chosen?
there because he positioned himself to be the only person there
He
by
didn't
making
position himself to
sacrifice
be.
after sacrifice after sacrifice to where he was
Nah.
literally the only person that could have stayed behind. Lost, literally, lost his leg.
And not to
Protect
mention, he's the only one that figured out how to even make it that far in the dungeon. Like he's the only one that even used his brain to decipher what they were meant to do to not
that
die
part.
even earlier on. So he was
And
the only
he's
one actually completing the task at hand.
Still
literally
wasn't
only a
chosen.
hunter because he needs money to protect his family. He literally knows that every time he enters in a dungeon, there's a chance he's gonna get stabbed and die because he's so fucking weak. But he said, "My
Still
sister's
wasn't
college."
chosen.
He said, "Oh my god,
Hold on, y'all. Let G Metal
Erica, that's
respond
Let's
to
look
it.
up the
crazy.
definition of chosen because
That's
what's
Hold
going
on.
crazy."
on?
Well,
It's
well,
crazy.
no, he's the only one who has this skill. But like, we don't have to imply chosen would mean that there is a being that chose him. Has the story implied of there being a being that
So do
chose him?
you?
Yeah, the system.
Yeah, the system.
Okay, the system itself. Okay, the system is the being in this case. Okay. And have we gotten any sort of idea about like how this system works or its thought process or how it decides to choose or give out skills or anything like that?
Yeah, probably the very first sign that said, "Congratulations, you've passed the test, Courage of the Week. You have been chosen. Do you choose to play? Yes or no? Pick in the next zero point 0.5 seconds or your heart will stop." Or the fact that he said in the episode where he fought the big spider, "Yo, what's up, system?" And the system said, "Hey, I need you to live a little bit longer. So can you kill these motherfuckers
Or
so
when
that you can live longer?"
or when he learned Dash fighting the what's it called, the dog.
He wasn't
Hold on,
chosen.
y'all. G Metal, what's your thought on this disagreement they just had?
Wait,
I
what
definitely
did you
think he
say we
got
just had?
chosen.
You said what?
I definitely think he got chosen.
My bad.
No, I didn't hear the
If
last word you
Yeah, what
said,
did you
Dave.
say?
That's why I was like, what did you say?
the system is way too specialized for it not to be chosen.
Okay. So in
Thank you.
my mind, he was definitely,
Thanks.
and y'all are saying the system chose him because of his good heart. Now, my next question will be, what about the system makes you think it gives a fuck about a person's good heart?
Okay.
It's not his heart. It's not just his heart. It's the him as a whole, and it's the fact that he made it through that task. We can already assume, based on what we know on the show, that this is maybe the first time this has ever happened. Like since the portals or whatever appeared, there's no record of anything like this happening. A second boss within a dungeon, unprecedented. A fucking reawakening that doesn't change your magic level, unprecedented. So this is something that is new. It's not a coincidence that it happened to be in a dungeon that he went to and that he was the only one capable of figuring out how to survive. And he was the last man standing, thinking he was going to die, and was, like Mina says, he was chosen. That's what the whole message even stated, that he was chosen because he completed all the steps required. So it's not like solely his heart. It's like he was the person that fit every fucking description that they needed. You know what I mean? So don't narrow
That's
And
it
the
down to
that's
that.
message,
and that's and
and
that's
the
where
message.
I disagree with you guys because when you walk into the dungeon, everything allows more than one person to survive. If they had all stayed where the light was, there would be more than one person to go through this. We don't know that. My point to say he was chosen specifically because he stayed. Everyone else ran away, so there was one person left. If he had chosen to run just like everyone else, There would have been no. It's like you did a
Yeah,
dungeon, you go and
because the
fight. You
No,
would
that's
have
choosing,
been
not
Eric,
true.
chosen.
That's not
Eric, I
You
feel
did.
true.
like the thing that they wanted to choose is they wanted to choose the person with the biggest heart, and that was determined by
That's the
who
big. That's
stayed
that's the part that
behind.
you keep losing. There's nothing
But
to say
Erica, that's
big
actually
heart.
not true. That's actually incorrect. Like for the dungeon, somebody had to stay in the circle, or else all the other big ass stone statues were going to
Attack,
attack back.
yeah.
Someone
That
had to.
was
That's
the
what made.
point. Everyone would have died and be reborn. It
No,
seems as though
that's
the
not the way.
rebirth
Okay,
Oh,
needed to
let me.
happen.
No, real quick. So the third rule said to have faith. So if he hadn't gone in with a bunch of people that were full of shit, and he had had at least four people that were willing to stay and stare at the statues until the timer ran out, all four of them would have been allowed to walk out, and he would have never been put in the position where he had to show he was courageous. But the system got the opportunity to choose him after everybody left him behind by his own choice because he said, look, one of us has to stay now that there's not four people left. I will be that one. And then when he died, literally the title, I'm an English major, so I rely on words until I'm shown otherwise. The title said, congratulations on passing the trial, courage of the weak. That means someone who is brave enough, despite knowing that they ain't got no powers, they ain't got no chance of winning, and they're about to get absolutely fucking murked at the hands of these creatures that are way stronger than them after seeing half the people that came with obliterated by a statue that is the size of the Statue of Liberty, who is willing to stand by and get absolutely fucking murdered. Congratulations for willing to be that person so the rest of the people could survive. Here is your prize. You have been chosen by the system because of your courage.
The
So,
word chosen being in there is
so here's
crazy.
now here because now I hear what you're saying, and here's just my question. Because I do agree it uses the word chosen. Wouldn't you feel that's more just like wordplay there? Because I think that's more so like not that it takes away from the point, but just he completed the trial, and anybody who completed the trial would have got it. It's not like he was just randomly chosen. It's just that he earned it. It's more so he earned it than he was chosen.
He earned it by doing what the system wanted, so then the system chose him.
I don't know about
Anybody can
that.
earn
It's like every video game you're playing it
anybody
and they
can
say you've
earn
been chosen.
anything, but not anybody earned this, right? Because everybody went the fuck out.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's why he wasn't just like he wasn't just chosen. He earned it. Chosen implies like he was. It was kind of like given to him
It
to a
was given
to
to
an
him because
extent,
if the
right?
system didn't like him, the system would have just let that motherfucker die.
We don't know that though.
But you also don't know what you're arguing either. And right now, more proof is shown towards what we're saying than what you guys are saying. Y'all are doing all these hypotheticals and what ifs with absolutely
Jumping
nothing to
Erica
back them
on
up.
Women's
I
Month
mean, to be
is
fair,
crazy.
I don't know
Wait,
what
what?
y'all is. I'm just asking questions.
Are y'all jumping Erica
Partially
on Women's
because,
Month?
partially because I'm the type of nigga who just look it up. So I don't know. I don't even watch the series. And what I do know, based on what niggas told
Oh
me,
my God,
I ain't made.
Lakenzu, that makes it
Ain't no
worse.
way.
That makes it so much
No
fucking
fucking.
worse.
Hey, I
Oh
rolled
my
my.
fucking gosh.
I knew you
The
was in
worst
trouble
way.
as soon as you said that.
Oh my God. Let me calm
damn, he
down.
sound like you.
Let me
Hey,
calm
hey, hey,
down.
hey,
Because
hey.
the quickest way to tick me off is to be questioning niggas that actually watch the shit when you don't even fucking watch it. This is like every time I worked at a
I'm
store
gonna look
and I
that
was wearing
up.
an anime shirt and I had some type of nigga walk in and say, but do you actually watch anime? Question me about the anime I was wearing and then admit they didn't even watch it. That shit is, let me go on mute for about 5 minutes. 1 second.
And that's that
But I'm
shit.
not questioning
And that's
like
that
you
shit
don't
I
know.
be
I'm
talking about.
questioning my thought process. I don't have a dog in the fight. I just wanna enjoy the discourse and watch. I'm enjoying the discourse.
Erica, how did it feel to get jumped for the first time?
I didn't get jumped.
Oh my
Ja
god.
and Mina definitely jumped you just now.
Nah, Erica
They
You
jumped
just
legit
me.
only got some residual smoke because she was attaching herself to Lakenzu. And then Lakenzu
right.
just
I was
pissed me
about
off
to say that.
so fucking badly. Erica, I apologize.
Right.
Lakenzu
Nah,
just
you're
pissed me
good.
off so fucking badly that Erica called it straight. Erica, you
Nigga
know I love
told
you,
Erica
girl.
to
Right.
Happy
Google the
Women's History
word.
Month.
I said hello.
Wait, that's what he said?
I mean,
No,
y'all.
Jazz said she was going to Google
I
it.
I'm
the
not arguing.
She
definition.
said